My name is Savannah Johnson, and I'm in 11th grade at LaFayette High School, and this is my Laws of Life essay. My command is this: love each other as I've loved you. Growing up in church, this was a Bible verse that I was very familiar with. I never really understood the true meaning of those words until I was in the 2nd grade. At the start of my 2nd grade year, my mom and dad felt as though they should start fostering and adopting kids. I already had 3 other siblings, and I wasn't sure how adding more kids would work. Nevertheless, my parents started to spend their days taking the training needed to begin fostering. And before long, we got our first call. It was for 2 little boys, 2 and 3 years old, that were being removed from an abusive foster home. My parents had to go and pick up the kids. My siblings and I spent that time cleaning the house and getting ready for the new kids to arrive. I'd heard plenty of things about kids in foster care. I'd heard about how they were oftentimes disturbed and angry at the world, and how they refused to be loved. I didn't know much about who they would be, except that they were 2 young boys. My parents pulled into our driveway and began to unload the boys. I remember the moment the 2 blonde-haired boys stepped foot into my house. Everyone was fascinated with these 2 tiny toddlers. However, no matter how sweetly we spoke to the boys, they wouldn't say any more than a simple yes or no. They were terrified. We soon discovered that the oldest of the 2 was a target child. The previous family had gone as far as smashing all of his toes for punishment. They would flinch and pull away. Eventually, over the span of a week, these boys began to be the funniest, smartest, most caring boys I'd ever met. I started to get attached to them. They threw horrendous tantrums at times, but I understood it was a product of their past. I knew all of their favorite toys, shows, and foods. I knew it would get them to sleep at night. They were my brothers, and I loved them. All of this was soon called to an end when we learned that they would be going back home with their parents. We all spent the weekend packing up their clothes, toys, and movies. The day they left came and went, and we said our goodbyes. I spent many nights crying and worrying about where they were and if they were safe. I never wanted to take in another child. It was the worst heartbreak I'd ever felt. One evening, as we were cleaning our rooms, we made a bittersweet discovery. The oldest of the boys had stashed his favorite toy train beneath my brother's bed. The caseworkers told us foster kids would leave toys behind as a way of saying they'll be back to get it. I started to reflect on this moment. The little boy that wanted nothing to do with the love we had to offer him was now leaving behind his toys so that he could come back to us. This discovery made me change my entire outlook on why we were fostering. My family wasn't fostering only to make our family grow or to have a chance to hold a little baby for a little while. We were fostering to give love to the kids that had no idea what love even looked like. We were fostering to give love to the kids that didn't want our love. After the 2 boys, we had roughly 10 more placements. Of those 10 placements, we've adopted 5. If we would have had the choice, we would have adopted them all. Many of the kids that were placed in our home were always harder than the last. However, all of them deserved love. These experiences with fostering have brought new light to my favorite Bible verse. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you.